Next tonight, a true story of adultery, treason and execution.
Yes, a pivotal moment for England's monarchy, and it all happened here in the East Midlands.
It is time for the first of a new series of criminal histories.
Castle Rock, Nottingham. There's been a royal fortress here for almost 1,000 years.
But in October 1330, this was the scene of a royal power struggle, a real-life Game of Thrones.
England had been through an enormously traumatic few years. The previous king, Edward II, had been pretty much a disaster. Things had come to a head in 1326, 1327, when his rule had been challenged by his own wife in the name of their son, with her lover, Roger Mortimer, at her side, and she had toppled her own husband from the throne. The fact that England was now being ruled by a queen mother and her lover in the name of a teenage king was deeply, deeply unsettling.
No one was more disturbed by Mortimer's growing power than the teenage king himself. So when a parliament was called in Nottingham, the young Edward III decided to take action.
The hidden secret of Nottingham Castle was a path carved into the rock on which the castle was built, through which it was possible to enter the castle without being seen, without being heard, but get right to the heart of the royal apartments. And so this small band of young knights were able to get into the castle before anyone knew what was happening and get Isabella and Mortimer in person, get control of them personally. And in a world where politics is intensely personal, power is intensely personal, if you've got Mortimer, that's it, the regime's over.
After a brief show trial, Mortimer was found guilty of treason and sentenced to a traitor's death.
3 days later, Mortimer was dragged to this spot in London, where he was stripped and hanged. He was the first nobleman to be executed as a commoner at Tyburn, but he wouldn't be the last.
Isabella's fate was somewhat different. She was retired from political life. After his successful coup d'etat at Nottingham Castle, Edward III would rule England for 50 years. Among his descendants, Henry Tudor and Richard III. Paul Bradshaw, BBC East Midlands Today.
Ooh.
Wow, that was fascinating.
Grim doings at the castle.